Hi AO Kids. I'm going to do another craft with you today. And this craft comes from Lesson 11, the Lord's Prayer, God's Will. And this would be in your June 7th bag. You should have a bag that says 6/07. So first we're going to do the craft for the older kids. And this craft is a tug ring. And I have a sample. Here's our tug ring, just like this. So I've already done a little bit of this, but what you're going to do first is you're going to take your drop cloth, and it's a big drop cloth. It was a 3-foot by 3-foot drop cloth. That's this orange stuff. And you're going to use your ruler that you got in your bag, and you're going to mark, it says 1-inch intervals, so you could do 1-inch intervals, but that could take you a little bit of time because you really need 4 inches. So what I did instead was I just measured 4 inches and made a little mark and made a little mark and did it all the way to the end. And then you're going to cut your strips. Now, I've already cut all of my strips ahead, except for this last one, because I just want to show you. So I've marked my 4-inch intervals, and now I'm going to cut. And you just use your scissors, which it's locked, hold on, okay. And you cut. It's not going to be perfect, but you want to get a straight line if possible. So just keep cutting, cut, cut, cut. It's a really long strip. And what we're going to do with these strips is we're going to make braids. Now, as you can see, I've made a braid with the first 6 strips. 3 strips for each braid. But I saved the last one so I can show you how to do it. And you're going to take these, put them together like so, and you're just going to tie a little knot at the end. Just wrap it around your fingers and pull it through, all 3 of them together. Pull it through and make a knot. And then something that makes it easier to knot and to do a braid is to actually tape down. I have a little piece of tape here. Tape down the end of your knotted paper there. So you have 3 strips here. Now, how you braid is, you take the outside strand and you put it around the middle. Then you take the other side and you put it around the middle. And you take the other side and you put it around the middle. And you kind of pull it tight so you're making a braid. And then you take that outer side. See, so you always have 3 strands, and you're gonna go over, and you've got another one in the middle. And you're gonna go over the middle one, and you want it to be kind of tight. And then, uh-oh, my tape came undone there. I gotta redo it. Okay. And then, so you don't wanna pull it, because then your tape will come undone like I just did. And you just braid, and you know, you get pretty fast once you get used to overlapping. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here really, but I've got the outside and it goes over the middle. The outside goes over the middle. So you always have a new middle. Outside goes over the middle. And you just do this all the way down, and you get where you just kind of can do it really fast with your fingers and kind of zip right through that. You don't even have to hardly think when you're doing this. And you could even be talking to your best friend. You could be talking to your brother or sister, your mom or dad. if you can't quite figure this out just by watching me, you can ask a grown-up and they will show you what to do. But see, so I'm getting down here toward the end and I'm just gonna keep braiding. I don't know if you can see, I'm going one over the other. One, just overlap, overlap. And almost done. So see, that didn't really take very long. Once you get started, it looks like it's long, but really it's not. It goes pretty quick once you get the hang of it. Now, I leave about that much at the end, not braided, to tie a knot in. So I'm gonna tie a knot in this one. Where's my other knot? Now, so I have 3 braids. Now, we're gonna tie these, or we're gonna braid these 3 strands. We're gonna braid the braids. And I'm gonna grab another piece of tape. And I'm gonna go ahead and tape this down too. That way, it holds it in place for me. Except, my tape is really sticky. Okay, so then I'm just gonna tape down the ends there. And then you're gonna do exactly like you did for the 3 strands before. You're just gonna start overlapping. You've got a new one in the middle, and you're gonna take the outer one in. And you're gonna take the other side and wrap it around the middle. So now you're making a really thick braid with 3 braids. You're gonna do the same thing, and you're gonna braid. Do you see why it makes it a little easier when you have the end held in place? Otherwise, it could be slipping around a lot and it could get really tricky. But this way, and then you just braid and you talk to your friends. And for some reason, this side keeps wanting to come undone because I'm pulling. I think I'm pulling a little bit too hard. So don't want to pull super hard on it because then it comes untaped at the top there. Now, so you're going to repeat that you should have 9 strips to start, 3 strips for each braid, and you're gonna braid all those. Then you're gonna take your 3 braids and you're gonna braid those together. So you have a really thick braid. And I'm almost done here. Now, what I can do here, instead of tying this in a knot here, now I'm gonna untape this here. Now you're gonna take your ends and you're gonna stick them together like this. And you should have gotten some duct tape in your bag. I already tore off a few pieces and I'm going to wrap my ends so that it stays together. And I'm gonna do it 3 times. Just gonna wrap it really tight. Just keep wrapping it. And then I'm gonna do this one. Okay. And you may be wondering, what does this have to do with listening and obeying God's will and trying to do what God wants you to do? Well, what I want you to do is find a partner, either a sibling, mom and dad, grown up around, and I want you to pull. Each of you take an end and pull. And tug. It's like a tug of war. So you're gonna tug. You're gonna tug on each side. How do you feel when you and your partner are tugging on the ring? Has it ever felt like God's will and your will were a tug of war game? Something that you knew God wanted you to do, but you didn't really want to do it. But in your heart, you knew you needed to do it. So you're kind of at a tug of war with God, right? Now, but God just wants what's best for you. So it's best to say, not my will, but your will be done, God. And He is faithful to show us what His will is. I hope you like this craft. It was kind of fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.